Hey everyone. So today is September 11th, 2023. It has been 22 years since the most tragic event in US history. 2,753 people lost their lives and hundreds of millions of lives were affected. Today, on this day of solemn remembrance, we will see and hear much about the attacks on the World Trade Center. Many of us will be reminded of the saddest day in many of our lives. But on this day, let us not forget the root cause of this tragedy: religious extremism. I'm not trying to take over this sad day to push my message. I remember exactly where I was when I learned about the attack. I was in my second grade classroom. My teacher received a phone call, flipped on the news, and what we saw was horrifying. She quickly turned off the TV, and shortly thereafter, school was dismissed. I remember heading to my grandparents' house in my mom's car where she broke down crying. I remember her explaining the attack and being scared because she was scared. Despite having served in the Marine Corps, I am not, nor will I ever be, the most patriotic person in the world. But that doesn't mean I don't love this country. I do. I love it here, and I want to make it a better place for everyone. So I don't want to take this day from anyone. I just want everyone to remember what happens when complex socio-political issues combine with religious extremism. I'll be the first person to admit that the attacks would have happened without religion. The situation is more complicated than that and cannot be boiled down to any one contributing factor. But without religion, one of the main factors would have been absent, making it difficult to find people willing to sacrifice their own lives to kill nearly 3,000 innocent men, women, and children. In the case of the attackers, religion was probably the main motivator. Their last words in this world were surely "God is great" in Arabic, and I'm sure that they truly believed that they were acting in accordance with a God's will. If these young men hadn't been indoctrinated into their extreme version of religion, they would almost certainly still be alive. But the attack would probably still have happened. Because in the case of the orchestrators of the attack, religion was just a means to an end. That's not to say they weren't extremely religious themselves. They were, but their motivations weren't entirely religious. But I won't go into things I don't understand. My point is, if religions can be used to justify things like the attacks on the United States, they should be abandoned. Nothing justifies the killing of 3,000 innocent people. Nothing. And if something can be used to justify it, that something is inherently evil. I don't care how many millions of people believe it. I don't care how many billions of dollars it donates to charity. I don't care if it cures cancer and ends world hunger. If it can be used to justify atrocities, it shouldn't be used at all. So on this day of remembrance, let us remember that religion has and still is a justification all around the world for terrible evil. It has killed countless millions over the centuries and will continue to do so until we cast it aside. And cast it aside we will. It's already happening. People are abandoning religion in droves, but it's not happening fast enough. All it takes is for one bin Laden to get his hands on nuclear weapons and it's game over. So we need to, through peaceful means, rid ourselves of the menace that is religion. For the sake of the world and humanity, we need to show people the way forward into a better and brighter future where religion is a thing of the past. So if you've made it this far, please have a wonderful day and remember that no matter its good intentions, as Christopher Hitchens famously said, religion poisons everything.